Shit, fuck, cock. Yep, that's fine.
Everything but the C word. Okay, we're live. Well, things are about to happen. Welcome to Dudes Swipe Right, your show for online dating stories, the truth, the reality that is online dating. My name is Dave Moore. Joining me is an Uber driver. He drives Uber for a living. Sometimes he lets girls text him from Uber, although occasionally that's a bad idea. Joining me is Tim Greeny Greenfield from the Greeny Podcast. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? And since you and Jeff like to make fun of me on Character Crunch, you can call me Jeff Daly this week.
Joining us also is a man who has played games throughout generations, a man who's a butler to many, Ben Butler from the Generational Gamers Podcast. How's it going, Ben?
Good, man. How are you?
I am thrilled to have you here.
Thrilled. That's about to be. I think you're overestimating what's about to happen.
Well,
you're giving me the hype. I don't think that's warranted.
I've heard you've gotten pretty angry about some games recently, but you're here to tell us the truth about some things in online dating. Now we could bring up like what it is like to be a single man and eat a single man to eat spam sandwiches, or we could talk about like how the
Tang sandwiches, Tang sandwiches.
What is Tang? The only thing I know it had Tang in it was the Tang fruit punch crap that was in the pouches.
You gotta go back, man, and get some Tang powder and try it.
No.
No, you don't. We could talk about all sorts of things here, but Ben,
yeah, man,
we got to talk about this. I know this might be a rough subject, but you are recently single.
Yep.
And those ladies out there who are looking for a past Marine, right?
Sailor, not Marine. Sailor.
Yep. They need to pay attention to you right now.
They need to pay attention to me. Oh, what is this?
I don't know. Tell us, Ben, and I mean as much detail as you choose is what happened, because I've got to know, because you pretty much announced it on Forget Being Cool that you were suddenly single.
Oh man! So what happened?
Spill the beans, man. I've heard a little bit about this, and then when Dave was like, he's gonna come on, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I gotta hear this story. So yeah, let's hear this.
I mean, I really don't know where to begin with this. So it started, I don't know, probably about a month before the actual breakup happened. She started getting real serious, and so she's 20 and I was 26, and here in the South, me and Beeler, we live in Texas. They like to move real quick. So her sister got engaged and was getting married like real quick, like 6-month turnaround. And she started like asking questions, like trying to plan the future. And to be honest with you, man, like I kind of take it how it comes. I move jobs a lot and stuff like that. So yeah, I wasn't about it. And then she got kind of tipsy one night after I was eating pizza and drinking beer, and she started like going hard at it, like asking me questions like, when's it gonna happen? What are we gonna do? Trying like ultimatums. And that didn't sit well. So it ended like that night.
Okay, but she left you a letter.
Yeah, so she left me a letter at my door, like talking about some stuff. And then she tried like texting me a couple things. I mean, it was weird. But I mean, I don't talk to my exes. I'm kind of talking to her a little bit now.
Okay. Things okay. Like,
I mean, they're not back to where they were. But...
Well, yeah, but.
Yeah.
Wait, she left a note on your door, like on the outside of the door, so like all your other neighbors could read it?
No, it was like on an envelope. She had like an envelope in her car, I guess, and like took it and wrote a note. And I mean, kind of explained her position on it. But that was a kind of an irreconcilable.
All right, I feel bad for you, but the story here, I guess, is where did you meet this girl
Okay,
originally?
so I met her on Plenty of Fish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have bashed Plenty of Fish with no experience. Well, I've had no experience on Plenty of
Tons
Fish.
of experience on Plenty of Fish, and all I can say is that fucking site is for some bat crazy bitches.
Plenty of Fish. Oh man. So you have like tiers of dating websites, right? There's like
Okay.
the eHarmonies and like the matches, and you got to pay money for them, so you kind of get a little higher quality. Then you get like the Bumbles and the Scouts, and those are okay. And then you get like the Tinders, you know, all the swipe things, and then you get Plenty of Fish. So Plenty of Fish is like a fucking war zone. Because
Yeah, that's very well described right there.
yeah, I mean, you can set like filters, so like whatever body type, you know, whatever you're looking, you can get fucking weird with it, right? And then like once you set this, you can just brute force like, you know, copy paste message after message. So unless these girls like are sitting next to each other, they'll never know. And I mean, you can go hard on Plenty of Fish because there's no filter. Like you can just start, you know, at whatever the hell you want. You can start with the 18-year-olds and move to the 40-year-olds and just message every person. So there's nothing like they can set filters, but if they don't have their filters set, you're just gonna blow up that inbox, man.
I've never used Plenty of Fish.
Well, let me tell you. Plenty of Fish is like you said, is definitely a war zone, but also it's tricky at times because the women on there are so deceptive with the pictures of like coming down on them, or it doesn't show their whole self, and it's like, all right, you know. And I met a few back when I was in Ohio, and and I have to say, Plenty of Fish is definitely a war zone. Nobody's on there to have a relationship or anything like that. I met a few back when I was in Ohio, and I met a few, and
I don't know what's happening.
I have to say, I don't know what's happening either. Why are we getting playback?
We're good now. We should be good now.
Are you trying to watch it live?
Yeah, well, I was pulling up the live chat. John's in here. And he's saying hi to we're not going to mention her name.
Oh.
Anyway, so tell me about this Bumble.
All right,
Okay.
yeah. All right. So this is why you're here because here, let me explain this, right? John said that you insist that using Bumble is the best. And I've been using Tinder. I tried Match. Match is stupid.
Paying for Tinder? Are you paying for the extra swipes on Tinder?
I did pay for the extra swipes on Tinder.
Oh my god!
You cheater!
I told you.
Don't do that, man.
Mode there, man. That's not cool.
Hey, let's look at how much these extra paid for Tinder swipes may have benefited me, and then we'll rediscuss this in a later future date.
Hey, how many extra swipes you get for paying for a year of it?
You get endless swipes. I didn't pay for a year. I paid for a month.
That's kind of not a bad deal, actually.
All right, Ben, you're here to tell us and to convince us that Bumble is the dating app of choice.
Yeah, so Bumble, you know, it's kind of a different like style. So it's the same like swiping, and there are limits to it. But when you swipe, you know, it like shows them the girl's like feed, and then she swipes, and then she has one day to message you. So the girls feel like they have a lot more control, which leads to a lot more matches. And normally, like the quality on Bumble is top notch. You know, you can really
Is this an app called Bumble Meet Date Network?
Huh?
Bumble Meet Date Network?
It's just called Bumble, right?
Yeah, if you just go into like the iTunes store, it's just called Bumble. And it's very Tinder-like, like swiping, you know, left and right. To scroll through the pictures, you just scroll up and down. And they verify faces, so you can like send them a picture and then take a live picture with the app, and they'll verify it to make sure that you aren't getting like, you know, straight catfish by some dude, which is nice. And I mean, Bumble's got quality, man. Like Bumble's got real quality. You go on there and swipe, you get like, you know, NFL cheerleaders, all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah.
Real NFL cheerleaders, because like Tinder
Yeah.
is full of like fake cheerleader
So
profiles.
so Tinder, you can tell, right? Like if you've been on there long enough, like in the like dating scene,
Yeah.
you can tell. Like I'm here
I'm
from New York,
actually,
friend.
yeah, those are straight bots. I'm reading the Bumble right here. It says Bumble connects you to the to new people, and ladies always make the first move. The buzz is real. Bumble's found a way to weed out jerks online, wiping the weirdest out of the online dating. It's finding a relationships. Basically, the women have control of it. Basically, the ladies always talk first.
Yep. So you cannot talk to a girl on there. They have to message you, and then
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and like that leads to a lot more because when you can power swipe Tinder and get 50 matches, and you can have witty taglines.
Wow, Ben, I'm so glad you're that handsome that you can get 20 matches on Tinder.
Hey, I'm giving some credit where credit's not due. Um, yeah, but I mean,
So is there any? Let me ask you this about Bumble. Is there anything that you would have to pay for?
nope. I mean, you have to pay for extra swipes, but you don't have to do that. I mean, it gives you like what, a 12-hour lockout or something. You're just like, all right, cool, done.
Oh, so it locks you out for 12 hours and that's it?
Yeah, you like power swipe and then you go back, and I mean, this is another move, and people don't do this a lot, but I would highly encourage it. Is get a Snapchat and then go on there and click on the profiles, like the girls, good. You go on there, you click on it. Normally, it's like, hit me up on Snapchat. Look at me here, or this is my Instagram. You go, try sliding them DMs.
Or if it's in the case of Tinder, you go there and you add them on Snapchat, and then they send you back the links to go back to porno sites.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you always got to take that risk, man. Just don't download anything. I just need your credit card. Nah, man, don't do that shit.
No, you don't.
Sounds like some Craigslist ads all over again.
You don't need my credit card to verify my adult age-ness.
Yeah, you don't need to charge my account $69.99 for a escort service. And I think I said it on an episode before. When I got the phone call from my credit card company about that one, I was like, yeah, I didn't cancel that charge.
I'm gonna say that's frivolous. Really, they got me on camera walking in that place with my card in hand.
I was just, I was actually on the internet and I was like, screw it, let's answer a Craigslist ad. And it was like, now it's nonstop that they flood my spam box with like, hi, I'm from Craigslist.
Is it pictures of them with peanut butter jars naked?
It's pictures
Dude,
of them.
That's what I get. That's what I get in my spam inbox.
Man,
I should just start saving all the pictures and we should just do a picture collection night of where we show each other the pictures and be like, all right, I might know her.
You can't be socially with this. You gotta have like separate email addresses, man. You can't be directing this like you got work email addresses. Gotta have that side inbox.
Yeah, I have like 3 side inboxes, so three or 4. So
Control, man.
you gotta know where to send what to. You know what I mean? Like you don't want some things coming to your personal email, and you definitely don't want certain things coming to the podcast email, and you gotta have that fantasy football email, and so.
So you've been going on Tinder, huh?
Yeah. All right, so I've been using Tinder.
Okay.
I tried Match. Match is stupid.
Why is Match stupid? So what was your bad experience with Match?
We don't want to talk about my Match experience right now.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We can put that under the category of how to spot a stalker.
Or how to not infuriate the live chat.
Well,
John is handling this quite well.
Better than most.
Okay, so like here's the thing: is like you might as well talk about this, Jessica, because it might as well needs talked about.
All right, let's address this. Okay,
Share
there
on Facebook, right?
and text messaging,
Okay, so you're good. You're good.
except YouTube.
Who cares? Who cares?
All right. Let's address this. There
What
is
is she gonna do? Unsubscribe?
there is a line in which you can cross where you become too much. Okay. There is a reality between whether we are a thing or not. The conversations you have with a stranger that you meet on the internet, right? Okay. Whether or not they become your private conversation with them or not, which they should be, right, determines whether or not you have a compatible relationship with that person.
Shut up, Dave. Let me tell this, okay?
All right,
So
I'm ready.
So I get all of a sudden out of the blue one day, I get hit up by this random chick with a friend request, and I'm like, I do my Facebook stalking, and she's got one mutual friend in common, and it's Dave, and I'm like, all right, so maybe I was like, maybe Dave got a girlfriend or something. I don't know. So I accepted it. And she hits me up on Messenger and we're talking. And she's like, yeah, Dave's cool, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's cool. So why'd you send me a friend request? She's like, I don't know, maybe because you're cool and you're Dave's friend. And I'm like, okay. So I reach out to Dave and he's like, I know I'm taking care of it, blah, blah, blah. So I took her off my friends list. So I let it go by a couple of days. All of a sudden in my news feed is Dave in his bathroom. Dave without a shirt on. Dave laying there looking seductive.
So
No,
where did the picture come from? Is this on a profile or something?
No.
Hold on. This is on Facebook. So hit up Dave and I said, Dave, why are there pictures of you in a bathrobe? Did you knock boots? Did you knock boots with this chick and she take pictures? He's like, what do you mean they're on the internet?
Okay, now number one. All right, let's address this as civilized adults. Okay, nothing that I have sent has been that scary. Okay, the way that you portray it sounds a lot worse than it really is. Okay, but they were just. You know what? When
anyway, you try. Wait.
Okay.
Let's just say this. Okay, you don't have to explain yourself because we've all sent pictures to other females, but when they post them to the internet without knowing,
this is the problem.
Friends have to tell you about it. That is the problem. That is a stalker.
Are you reading our live chat?
No, I am not. I gotta pull that up. Hold on.
You do need to pull this up. Here's the deal, right? This is why I bring this up. The personal conversations you have with another individual online are between you and them, right? And
unless they post it for the world to see,
right? And in which case they have crossed a line. In which case that person now becomes a little bit threatening and a little bit scary. And for some reason, Johnny Casino himself feels necessary to respond in the chat room for you. Ben, what's the scariest thing?
I have a live chat, so hold on.
The scariest thing that a person has done with the conversations you've had with them online.
Oh, with the conversation?
Yes.
That's a hard one, man. I mean, I've had some people like really just put out like fetishes out there. that was kind of a thing in Seattle. Like, I really like being a hit. I'm like, wow, I don't think I'm gonna go down that road. I don't know you. We don't. Yeah, we're not doing that, man. But yeah, I really forward to fetishes. I mean, it's cool. Like, you go through a date or two. It's that time. Bring it up. That's cool. Don't lead off with, "Hey, I really like my face to get like open hand smacked." Like, yeah, I feel like I can go to jail. I'm not doing that shit.
Wait, where's she at now?
Seattle. Did you go to Seattle? Hit up a website called FetLife.
I know all about FetLife.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that on a side topic. But yeah, FetLife, you can do work on FetLife.
Oh, FetLife is something else here in Panama City, Florida.
Yeah, I'm sure you got good down there.
All right. Just to move on from this conversation.
Yo, so I can't pull up the chat because apparently I'm signed out of my YouTube account on my phone and I can't remember how to get it back on. So,
For those who are not reading it, you're not missing out. But here's the thing: if you are building a relationship with a person, that relationship that you build, and this is the all seriousness comment here, right? That relationship that you build with a person is between you and the person you're building it with, not with everybody else in the entire world, right? It may expand itself out future on, right? To their friends of their friends, right? But these are things that naturally occur and not that are forced upon, right? Or creepily pushed upon across Facebook. Okay? So, anyway, when you are talking to a person online, you consider their feelings, you consider the I don't know, you consider what you're working on together as a thing. Anyway, Ben,
Yeah, man.
here's why you're also here. One,
yep.
I want you to convince us to use Bumble.
To use Bumble?
Yes, to use Bumble.
Convince you to do it?
The other reason you're here is to tell us your worst online dating story that you've ever had.
I got a lot of those, dude.
Okay, but pick a number one. Her name might be Jessica.
Nah, me and Jessica are cool. I think the worst one, I mean, she'll never find this girl named Jill. So
oh, call her out. All right.
Yeah. So,
all right, we got our first call out on the show.
Yep. So this was a while ago. But more or less the story goes that, really flattering pictures, great pictures, blonde, really good looking, looked a little thicker, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Got curves.
Right. Curves are nice. Curves.
Yeah. You go through and, you show up to these, to this date, go out, we're going to go get some good food. And, I look up, I'm like, I think that's a girl right there. The problem is she's like $3 I sit like, 220, 225. I'm not, a great looking guy.
Well, except you have 20 matches on Tinder.
Hey, man, you can put together a profile that'll do wonders for you. Like the one, what's this, Not to Brag wrote? Adam Leonard. What a pro profile. Should definitely use that. Yeah, shouts out to the other show. It's great. But you put together a good profile, you can get some good matches. But on Plenty of Fish, you can just, you can answer messages. So these pictures were great. And, if you're saying like 5'5" and 300 pounds, I mean, what do you want me to say there? You got to lead in with something to that. So the date goes on and, polite, dinner and all that. But the move was, and her move was that, at the end of the date, she just offered it up. Like, hey, where do you live? Are we doing this? Like, nah, you might have been straight up about it in the first place, what you looked like. Maybe I would have been ready for this. But no, in this case, I was not. And it was like a shoot down, like up, and boom, down now. So, I mean, politely excused myself and then dipped. But man, that was like the worst dinner. I mean, just super awkward, like trying to eat and make like polite, friendly conversation when it's, not supposed to be that way. Oh, dude, that was some shit. I mean, she sees me and says like, "Hey, are you Ben?" I'm like, "What am I supposed to do right now? Am I supposed to just bail?" Nah, you got the wrong guy. I'm out. You know.
I would have. I would have. I was kind of a similar story, but not in that way. I had a girl I went out with, took her out, everything, took her home. We go back in, have a couple drinks. In, we walk, we're having a couple drinks, and out pops the back bedroom. Dude sits on the couch. We're messing around, whatnot, in the kitchen. She looks over, looks at me, and goes, "Oh, by the way, this is my husband. He wants to join us tonight."
Green, to
Jewish.
refresh your hangout because you've got all clippy. But okay, number one, that is terrifying, right? To end up in that situation. Just hit Command or Control R because you're on PC. Ben.
Yo, dude.
Anything horrible like this happen to you? You go out to find a horrible situation in which it's not the reality which you're in.
I mean, like that? No, I mean, not really. I've had some bar pickups I've gotten pretty bad. Like one of them, this girl, and I mean, real cool, met her on the internet. She's like, "Hey, come meet me at this bar." I'm like, "Cool, let's go." And she's like, "Yeah, it's just called The Pub. Down. Let's go do this." So I meet her. She's cool. It's getting odd. She's got a friend. Her friend's got a boyfriend, but she doesn't, her friend wants to, like, get with this other guy. So she's like, "Hey, I need you to do me a solid right now." I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "This other girl wants to go hoe out for a night, distract her boyfriend so we can dip." And I'm like, "What? Like, you want me to just, like, help this guy? Like, I'm going to make this guy take an L. Like, his girlfriend's going home with some other guy." And I'm like, "I don't want to be this guy. Like, I don't know you girls. Like, I mean, I know I'm about to get, lucky, but shit. Like, what a bad position to be in." So, I mean, to be honest with you, I was probably thinking, a little more drunk than I should have been. But I mean, pretty much I told this guy, I'm like, "Hey, man, let's play some pool." And then, like, the girls dip, the guy dips. He's like, "Where'd they all go?" I'm like, "I don't know. They probably went outside to smoke. I'll be right back." And I walk outside, and all four of us left. I'm like, "Oh, well, that guy, just like, done. Sorry, dude. Helped him catch that L. Shit." Yeah. So that was kind of a shitty move, but
Greeny's your internet fixed?
It should be.
Yeah, there we go. That's good. Because we're this far in, Ben has convinced us that Bumble is for the classier people.
No, I didn't say that. So Bumble.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the lowdown. Okay, so on Bumble, put together a really non-threatening profile. No, like, shirtless pics, no flexing. Get yourself the dog picture, whatever. I got a cat. Put together a solid, 8 profile, and then put it on there and put like something like looking for the long term and all that. And I mean, these things just roll. You just gotta lead with the, looking for the LTR, man, that long term relationship. And man, whew, yeah. Yeah, maybe put like your car in there, show that you're paid off or whatever, and you're stable, got a good job. And then, man,
I like this.
You can get on the Bumble roll.
Here's the thing, though, and Greenie and I have discussed this multiple times on this show already. Is we are in this for the real thing, right? Like, we may laugh at the stories that we've experienced, right? But it's because we're in here for the real deal, not for some fake nonsense thing, right? So telling the truth is important, right? It's part of the future of this relationship that we're working on building. So Bumble's where it's at. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe Greenie should give it a shot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna check it out. It caught my interest on how you said to set it up, and I'm definitely gonna check it out. We're gonna do an app of the week or app. We'll do this. I'll check out Bumble, and next time we come on, I'll give you a full review of Bumble.
Oh, I look forward to it. I hope it works out. I hope you come back like, "That was the best move ever made. I'm married now." I'll be like, "What's that?"
I don't know about getting married, but we'll try. We'll try Bumble out.
So all I'm going to say here is I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful date this week. But I'm not going to say anything else for now. Greenie,
Well, you don't want to jinx it or something?
no, I'm not going to jinx it yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Greenie, did you have a
Yes.
Jessica story for this week? Did you go back out with Jessica too?
We did hang out one day, and then I cut all ties because it was just becoming, hey, can you give me a ride and I'll give you gas money kind of thing and nothing else. So, yeah, I'd quit that whole fucking Jessica bullshit.
Okay. Greenie,
Yes.
as we round out our wonderful 45-minute show about online dating, because that's what this show is. Do you have a Craigslist miscommunication of the week?
Yes, I do. And this one is titled this one is titled Daycare.
Okay, ready.
Go. Total long shot, but here it goes. I've never posted in here or had a reason to until today when I saw you. We were both there to pick up our daughters last minute. You smiled at my daughter being cute, then said excuse me as you walked past. I felt my heart jump. Then, as we were leaving, we made eye contact and smiled. I found you so attractive and would love to talk to you. If you're reading this, tell me what daycare we were at.
Ben,
Ladies and gentlemen-
what do you think of these miscommunications?
I mean, some are pretty good. Like, I wonder. Yeah, there's got to be guys that just like play through these. Like, all right, like I don't have a daughter. How can I play this situation? Like, oh, my daughter's with my ex-wife right now. And they'll be like, what daycare? But like, oh shit, gotta look at the daycares in that area, and you could probably get some weird shit out of there. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're serious. I don't know if people write these for fun.
I would say they're pretty serious with some of them because once you get into reading some of them, it's like, holy shit, this guy went into detail on everything.
Yeah, and they always have like some sort of stipulation, like tell me what I was wearing, when you like hit me up at the bar in that red dress or something. Like, shit, like how do you play that? Like, I was wearing a black shirt. And be like, what are the odds? You pick a neutral color.
do you try to play these odds though? Like, is this a thing you've tried to do?
Personally, no. But I mean, I'll tell you, in the Navy, God, that's the first time somebody's like, when you get out of boot camp, they're like, all right, guys, it's like, we're going to be real. This weekend, fat chicks are authorized. Plenty of fish, that's a thing. Download it, get out there. I mean, that's where I learned all these things from.
Hell yeah. Dave's like, what the fuck? But I do gotta give out a shout out to Grouchy Surge.
We do.
Grouchy commented and asked if I still live in Erie. He said he lived there over a decade ago before moving to Vegas. I do not live in Erie anymore, man. I live in Panama City, Florida now. And
that's what I think I said. I told him that, I think. How's Florida? We got one more thing we got to talk about before we wrap up.
Florida is it's getting pretty warm down here. We went out today and walked around for a little bit, and with the real feel of 110, and it was like 86 degrees, and it's probably still like 80 something out there. It's 84 right now, so, and it's like 9:30 at night. And the real feel is probably pretty up to, it feels like 94 out there right now.
So, Greenie, Jim Young, our wonderful listener, Jim Young, also live in the chat room, sent you a story you talked about on the Greenie podcast this week about a guy who was walking around with a t-shirt trying to be a sugar daddy on the beach. First of all, one, I don't think you know what a sugar daddy is.
I do know what a sugar daddy is.
Ben.
Yeah, man.
To direct this at you.
Bring it.
Because I'm going to throw this to you first. In the situation in which you have the ability to be a sugar daddy, and you are much older than you are now, right? Because most of us, including Greenie and yourself, are younger in the aspect of we could probably still find somebody for the long term, right? Would you consider in your mid-70s and you had the means and the funding to be a sugar daddy, would you consider it?
I mean, yeah, who the fuck wouldn't?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I'm gonna lay this for you, okay?
All right.
So, in Seattle, there's all these coffee stands
Uh-huh.
where like the girls hang out, in real skimpy clothing. So, these girls used to hang out like the bars, and I live like right around the corner from one of them. So, sugar daddies, I mean, there's a lot of money involved, and you have all these guys who are like, my age, who are like, a girl sugar daddy for you? Nah, you don't have that kind of fucking money. Like, take your shit and pay your bills, man. This sugar daddy, like, yeah, the 70-year-old who's got that fucking, McLaren or whatever, yeah, that guy, he can run around with some 25-year-olds. My ass right now can't. And I mean, you have all these guys like, oh yeah, I'll sugar daddy you. What do? You eat turkey sandwiches? Nah, get your ass out of here. People try that shit all. There's like dating sites for sugar daddy and stuff. Now, stay out there unless you're like, balling out with that, Audi. Ain't nothing we're doing there.
Unless you're making Lance Stewart YouTube money, don't bother.
Dude, that dacespace YouTube money. Come on.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm waiting for my check, man. I keep checking my mailbox. Where's it at?
I've been waiting 2 years. What are you talking about?
Because there is none.
Damn.
Support this show on Patreon at patreon.com/dacespace.
I was lied to.
If you want Ben and Greeny to make money off this show, ever. First, I have to make money to pay them. That's a requirement.
First, I'd like YouTube to stop fucking unmonetizing my videos for the shit that we talk about.
I don't understand why they would do that, man. For that shit that you talk about.
Give me my 10 cents. I want it.
Greeny, would you be a sugar daddy?
If I had the money, fucking right, man. As long as I'm getting some poo-tang on the side, that's cool with me. If not, sorry, not happening.
We're talking about this in the future, right? We're in the reality we didn't find the perfect relationship that we wanted. We're now old and wrinkled and right
Eating Viagra
because we need it eventually.
I'm down.
All right.
Just make sure I win the Powerball.
All right. As long as I win, if I won the Powerball, I would consider it.
I'm sure the chat will be the
Shit,
comments on this.
5, man, I'm on it.
To the chat, when the person that you are reaching out to no longer picks up the phone, please consider not responding. Guys, first of all, Ben.
Yo, dude.
Thank you so much for coming on here and talking to us about Bumble.
You're welcome.
And talking to us about your wonderful online dating experiences. Greeny, thank you for telling us about Jessica/Gas Money. Jessica.
Jessica/Gas Money. This is awesome. I'm sure there's going to be more because I've met other Jessicas along the way of driving for Uber that, so we'll probably have some more stories.
And to Jill, Ben is sorry.
No, I'm not.
Ben, tell them where to find you and your stuff online.
My name is Ben. I play Xbox and World of Warcraft. You can find me at deadlock_2121 if you got some hate on Twitter. Send it my way. I don't have any posts on there, but I'll respond.
Of course, you can listen to the Generational Gamers podcast available at dacespace.com, as well as this show, which can be supported on Patreon at patreon.com/dacespace. Greeny, you want to tell them about the Greeny podcast?
The Greeny podcast is coming back with a new episode sometime soon with better quality audio. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened last week, but that's how it goes.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Dudes Swipe Right, the truth about online dating from a man's perspective, how strange Bumble can be, how scary Tinder can be, and how you should stay off Match.com and stay away from those who post your pictures on Facebook. I'm Dave
Especially
Moore.
in bathrooms.
I'm Dave Moore. Thank you to Ben Butler, your butler and mine, and Tim Greeny Greenfield from the Greeny Podcast. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for another Dudes Swipe Right.